Good day, friends. Hi, this is Ryan once again with you, your friendly behavior therapist, helping you get into the lives of our children with autism and ASD and to help them, especially in this module that we're doing on speech and language and communication, rather. And today I would just want to briefly talk to you about motor imitation, how we use motor imitation to aid the process, right? What is motor imitation? The two words brought together, motor, which is muscle movement. So we move our muscle as in we do an action like waving or peekaboo, hi, or any even clapping, right? And imitation, right? We want the child to imitate what we have done, right? So that's just what motor imitation is, in encouraging our little child to look at us, and he will in time try to imitate, right? Remember, we're joining this with, we're pairing it with reinforcement. Reinforcement is the reinforcer, the prize, the thing that he seeks after, right? Be it something to a little treat, or when they're small, little horsey ride, a little swing them around, or watch a little video, or play a favorite game, right? Or just go outdoors. So any of these reinforcing activities or reinforcing things that they want is going to help us to help them along the way to imitate, right? So how does motor imitation begin? Right from infancy, right from the day the baby is born, right? In this very position, yeah, when mom is holding the baby and looking into his or her eyes and saying, I love you, peekaboo, coochie coochie goo, and all that sort of stuff that mums say at that right, in their own special affectionate way, right? They're communicating affection, emotion of love, just an experience of bonding, and that is what baby is only taking in, right? Baby in the infancy days, months, is only a sponge receiving all the love, right? And in time, as the baby it moves along its milestones, they will begin to look to the left or to the right. Where does the sound come from? Is it dad? Is it mom? Who's in the room, right? So baby begins to look, baby begins to open his mouth and try to imitate. That is what we are seeking after, right? So the number of times we get into the child's life, right, that is for infancy motor imitation. When our child is impaired with speech delay because of autism, we encourage with reinforcement the child to imitate us. So we clap to the nursery rhyme, we do action songs, right? We turn around, we put our hands up high, the songs like head, shoulders, knees and toes, yeah? You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, and in and out, and shake it all about. All these imitation songs, the child is learning to pick them up because they're done in an atmosphere of fun, enjoyment, right? The child likes music, perhaps they like music, perhaps they like to dance, perhaps they like you to swing them around, perhaps they like a horsey ride, perhaps they like just bouncing on the ball, bouncing on your knee, right? Doing all sorts of motor and physical activities, which, by the way, from the sensory point of view, is calming, right? So that's the reason why we include a lot of motor and gross motor and proprioceptive. That's what it's called, yeah, in sensory language. We'll give them a lot of deep pressure in the activity, so they're going to seek after more of that. Yeah, the more they seek after it, it becomes a reinforcer. It's reinforcing what we want to get into them with, which is the motor imitation. And in time, we start with the gross, the jumping jacks, right? We can do sit-ups, we can do running, we can do all sorts of activities. Just even songs, the nursery rhymes with actions are the best if they love music. So then we go into finer moving of our fingers, right? 5 little fingers, lots and lots of fine motor. Then we can begin to play with smaller objects, and give them fine motor activities, right? Then facial imitation, like we stick our tongue out and we close our eyes. All those peekaboo games, those are from infancy, right? We start with the child who is got speech delay with any of the gross, and then move to finer, and then facial motor imitation. The child will in time learn to open his mouth, stick his tongue out, stick his tongue into his cheek, do the teeth brushing action. There's so many activities, so many motor imitations a child can do. And before you know it, the sound is going to come out, right? When we say, oh, like he can hear, but because he's reinforced, he's going to cooperate. And that is what we are seeking after. His cooperation in a reinforced, happy, really satisfied mood, right? He's not challenged. You have paired with him, and he's relaxed. He's relaxed with the therapist or the caregiver who is paired with him, who is really relaxed with him, and doesn't pose too much of a challenge, just is encouraging with reinforcement. This is how language is going to come out with motor imitation, right? So we'll do much more of it later. I just wanted to leave you with this thought that motor imitation and lots of getting into the child with a happy mood and enthusing him and encouraging him goes a long way. It builds the relationship, and it reassures your child that you're there with him, right? I wish you all the best, and I'm always here with you. Thank you, and have a good day.